came here in the afternoon, there were hardly like a few policemen. But now if you look at the security here, it's been beefed up. There are barricades everywhere, and there are staff members inside this complex who are also wearing those black badges of protest, signaling that they also support what really happened in Bangladesh. And remember, what happened in Bangladesh was something that was sort of a deja vu, because we've seen something like this happening in Sri Lanka and of course in Afghanistan and Myanmar. So India's neighborhood has been in a state of unrest, and clearly, these protests in Sri Lanka started on July 1st, and we've seen that intensify over the last few days, with the army in some ways also supporting it, and India has been very concerned about it, considering Jamaat-e-Islami's youth wing has also been supporting the protests. So MEA has officially reacted to this in the past few days, saying that it is monitoring the situation. In fact, just yesterday, India released a very important stern advisory to citizens, signaling them, cautioning them, against any travel in Bangladesh, and making it very clear that they also need to be in touch with the Bangladesh High Commission there. So for India, Bangladesh is very critical, because, it is also important, a pivotal country for its Look East policy, considering that India also wants to stall China's advance and influence in this particular region. And when it comes to Narendra Modi and Sheikh Hasina's relationship, Gauri, you know this better than anybody else. It has been like a Sonali Adhyay, like it's been a golden era of diplomacy for both countries, because, be it bilateral relations, or for that matter trade, infrastructure, port connectivity, or for that matter, even cultural relations, we've seen that grow in the last 10 years. But apart from that, there have also been concerns raised with the allegedly anti-democratic nature of the elections that took place in January, which also put Sheikh Hasina back in power, for the fourth term. She's been at the helm of Bangladesh since 2009, but she's been a trusted ally of India. Khaleda Zia, the opponent, has been extremely critical of Sheikh Hasina and Narendra Modi friendship. So clearly a lot of reworking of foreign ties will have to be done, which is what our MEA officials are sort of involved in. But as of now, we know that she has sort of left from Bangladesh, and she is somewhere, she's expected to go to an undisclosed location. It could be London, she could be actually coming to Delhi and going off to London, but there is no clarity, there is no official statement on what kind of diplomatic treatment that she could get from India, because this is one area where India would be extremely careful, and there would be a lot of thought put into this, and that is one thing that India would be very careful about. And remember that she has been to India for at least 10 times in the last 10 years, and she was here just on the 24th of June, and also for the swearing in of the Prime Minister for the third time. So there are many friendly ties at stake. At the same time, for India to put on that objective, neutral face to ensure that its own interest is at the helm of it will be very critical. Sheikh Hasina has been a trusted ally of of India, and also particularly of Narendra Modi. When it came to addressing India's concerns about Islamic terrorism, Islamic extremism, she has been somebody who has addressed those concerns, and that has also been a point of contention between Sheikh Hasina and Khaleda Zia. So clearly, Sheikh Hasina and Narendra Modi have also started many projects between Bangladesh and India, strengthening the bilateral ties. And when it comes to port connectivity, infrastructure, this whole railway station in Agartala, and also Indo-Bangla movie making, the kind of shared heritage that we have with respect to Rabindranath Tagore, or celebrating the legacy of Mujibur Rahman. All these things did happen in the last 10 years, which is why this friendship was considered, this whole age was considered Sonali Adhyay, or the golden era of diplomacy between India and Bangladesh, because it did reach the peak of, diplomacy. But other than that, there have been concerns with regard to Sheikh Hasina's high-handedness, these whole allegations against her rigging these elections, and also most importantly the alleged high-handedness and also the anti-democratic nature of these polls that also saw her becoming the Prime Minister of Bangladesh for the fourth time, and the way she dealt with opponents. So India has been very careful about this. She was also one of the leaders who was invited for Narendra Modi swearing in, and she was amongst the first foreign dignitaries to visit Prime Minister Narendra Modi when he took over for the third time. So clearly many friendly ties up there, but at the same time India has, under Jaishankar and under Dr. Jaishankar and under Narendra Modi, has always put its own interests first. It has actually devised a new Look East policy, where it looks at its own interest and also in some ways stalling the influence of China in this region, which is why I think it will be very mindful about the changing dynamics in the country, and it will look for a strategy which will put the national interest at the helm of it.